EASPORTSFC is getting closer, and with the new game due to release soon, here's everything that you need to know. I've done a number of different videos talking about EASPORTSFC, and I have been on the hunt for some juicy, exclusive EASPORTSFC news. And before I show you one of the biggest things that I have found so far, if you want to win a copy of EASPORTSFC, all you need to do is like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you're new. And if you're still playing FIFA 23, this could be pretty useful too. And if you want to build the best team possible in FIFA 23, make sure to go and buy some coins from Mule Factory. Use that code LE5G. Like I said at the start of this video though, I found a ton of new news about EASPORTSFC, and the first thing we're going to be talking about is playtesting in EASPORTSFC. Now, I've recently done a video on how you could potentially play the beta, which is going to be another area of playtesting for EASPORTSFC. This is typically a time when the community can start to play the game, try the game out, and provide feedback to EA so they can make any last minute improvements. However, as it stands at the minute, the alpha has been released for the new game. Now, if you don't know what the alpha is and you're thinking alpha, beta, what is this guy talking about? Let me explain. An alpha release of a game is the earliest time that a game is released. This is typically the time when game developers will allow people to play test the game and just sort of iron out any major bugs in the game. It's pretty much like, say for example, you're drawing a painting, you're just going away. This bit is probably when you have got a piece of paper and made a stencil. That's it. And as it stands, EA have been doing 11v11 playtesting in order to work out what needs changing. This is also the first time as well that we will see the new game engine, which is going to be released in EASPORTSFC. If you don't know what a game engine is, it's basically what the game runs on. In FIFA 23 at the minute, we've got Hypermotion. And Hypermotion was introduced a few years ago now. I think this is the second year of Hypermotion, or it may be the first year. But in this edition of EASPORTSFC, we're going to have a brand new game engine. This is brilliant because we're going to be getting updated animations, updated gameplay, new things all throughout the game. And I'll be honest, the one thing that I want them to change is free kicks having some kind of cursor on there so I can aim the free kicks. Honestly, I don't know about you boys, but I hate free kicks in FIFA 23. Like I alluded to then though, there is going to be a new game engine in EASPORTSFC. Now, we don't know if it's going to be sort of a modification of Hypermotion or a brand new game engine. Whatever it is though, I hope that it improves the gameplay. And one thing that's going to dramatically improve the game experience is new licensing in EASPORTSFC. So from some of the research that I've done both through EA and external press releases, apparently this is going to be the biggest licensing ever in any FIFA game. And one thing that a lot of people were worried about with EASPORTSFC is that they would take a similar route to eFootball, where teams aren't called Man United, they're called Manchester Reds, or they're called Sky Blue City instead of Man City. It's not going to be like that in EASPORTSFC, just let me explain. So EA have maintained a number of different relationships with different partners. Now, I have actually seen something on Twitter recently which shows some advertising from EASPORTSFC in the Nations League. So we're going to have so many different leagues included in this game. You've got the Premier League, La Liga, Liga, and Serie A. There's loads of different relationships as well with individual clubs that have changed dramatically. From what I've seen, this game looks so good in terms of the authenticity of this game too. When I was talking about the alpha gameplay from earlier on in this video, this is something which will already be included in that alpha stage. So for the playtesters who are actually on this game, there's been reports that the game feels a bit arcadey, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. But they'll be experiencing all the new licensing, all the new leagues that are going to be in there. Everything that's coming new will already be in the game as it's being worked on right now. We are so close to this game being released, and next month we're going to be getting a sort of insight to what this game's going to be like. And that's coming in July, which honestly, I can't wait for it. And if you're wondering if there's going to be anyone who's covering that, I'm definitely on the case. And when I mentioned about arcadey, this is another thing that we need to talk about: improved gameplay. So when I talk about improved gameplay, it's sort of an amalgamation of different things. I wanted to put this point in here because in terms of the authenticity and where we are up to with the game engine and the playtesting and stuff, there have been some kind of releases and leaks from individual people about how the game's playing already. Now, I've seen online, apparently the game plays quite arcadey. Think back to say like FIFA 19, FIFA 18, FIFA 17. In those games, the game was so much quicker than what we've got with FIFA 23. Now, as time went on, EA went to a really realistic route with FIFA games. So apparently for EA Sports FC, EA are going to be reverting back to those similar play styles back from FIFA 17, FIFA 18, FIFA 19, where the game was a lot more arcadey. That kind of game, especially something like FIFA 17, where the game was really quick and there was just always something happening. I wasn't just sat watching someone play a 5 at the back formation and I was trying to break it down for 12 minutes of my life and then I lose 1-0 because of a counter attack. I feel like that is a result though of like custom tactics or chemistry styles or position modifiers or whatever it may be, and that is going to be my next point. Changes to Ultimate Team. Now, Ultimate Team is the biggest game mode in any FIFA franchise. Ultimate Team has always been the biggest. Don't think career mode, don't think pro clubs, don't think anything. Ultimate Team is the moneymaker. And in EASPORTSFC, there's going to be a number of things that are going to be different. The chemistry system has been leaked that it is going to be going back to what it used to be, where you had the green lines, the orange lines, and the red lines. Now, all of the leaks that I've seen about that haven't been from a credible source, so take that with a pinch of salt. In my opinion, I much preferred the old chemistry system where you could build a team based on the lines. I feel like that there was a lot more customizability, and in my opinion, I just thought that it was just better for building teams. Getting 100 chemistry on a team that you'd spent ages building rather than getting 33, I don't know, it just feels a lot more satisfying. And in terms of chemistry styles as well, chemistry styles should be staying the same, but one thing that's going to be added for Ultimate Team is you can add on different traits similar to chem styles. This next point is talking about probably one of the biggest things in Ultimate Team, and it's something, in my opinion, that needs to change. And obviously the thing I'm talking about is going to be packs. Like I said in a couple of my other videos from, I think it was last week or the week before, packs are going to be changing for EA Sports FC. If you haven't heard, we're going to be getting an introduction of dynamic packs, which basically means as you're opening packs on the game, the more money that you spend, the more likely you are by pack odds to get a good player. But my point that I originally wanted to make about all this was that the pack animation is going to be drastically changing for EA Sports FC. I've already said this before, but packs are a huge waste of money. In my opinion, going down the road to glory route and constantly building packs and stuff like that is good, but the pack animation for FIFA 23, I don't know how it is, it just doesn't hit the same. We've had so many good pack animations over the years, but apparently for EA Sports FC, it's going to be reverting back to one of the most classic games of all time. And that is going to be the pack animation from FIFA 13. Apparently, this is the direction that EA are going for EA Sports FC. I don't know if it's because it's coming up to maybe like a 10-year anniversary of the game, or maybe that they're trying to get more of a nostalgic feel to it, or maybe they're just thinking this is better. But the pack animation is going to be changing drastically, and I've actually found a couple of different concepts of what the pack animation could look like, so take a look at these. This is something I've found for player picks. So this is our first taste on what EA Sports FC could look like, thanks to someone in the community whose links I will leave in the description, so make sure to check them out. I'm really excited for EA Sports FC. I'm trying my best to keep on top of the news that's coming out, but as it stands at the minute, it's pretty limited, so I'm going to keep hunting. But in the meantime, why don't you go and watch another video? These are some of my other EA Sports FC videos, and if you've enjoyed this one, you'll love these too. Aish.